Response, coordination, and a strategy, the components of a successful playbook for police response to a crime at school.
When that school is the size of a small city, those components are even more important. WRAL Investigates' Cullen Browder takes us where we've never been before, inside NC State's Campus Emergency Operations Center, to see what's being done to keep students and faculty safe.
Combined enrollment approaching 40,000 students with an army of educators and staff. NC State is a city within a city. I think a lot of people feel like crime is increasing. Is that happening on your campus?
We're not seeing it. So I'm not saying that crime doesn't fluctuate all the time, because it does, but we just haven't seen an increase in crime.
Almost fully staffed with 60 sworn officers heading into the new semester, University Police Chief Dan House believes communication lies at the core of campus safety.
Trying to work with our students, our faculty, our staff, to try to keep those lines of communication open.
University Police.
WRAL Investigates took an exclusive tour of State's Emergency Communication Center. The team here is ready to take calls and coordinate response as they monitor a bank of 3,000 cameras perched on campus buildings, corridors, and blue light stanchions across campus.
10 forward.
That's where everything's pumped into, so they can go to any one of the cameras on campus if something came up and view that.
Another safety layer is growing the university's relationship with the Raleigh Police Department and Chief Estella Patterson.
So I think in light of recent shootings, particularly in Texas, it really brought to the forefront to make sure that our collaboration is tight and that we're working together. We train together, we make sure that our response is coordinated.
Like school shootings, NC State police are trying to learn from civil unrest and protests sparked by violent law enforcement interactions.
And building relationships on the front end is a lot better when you have a major event happen than trying to build those relationships at the time.
No justice! No peace! The student-based UPD commission was born out of the protest to improve relations with campus officers.
So like a two-way street, we can talk to them about concerns that students have. They can talk to us to get our feedback on anything that they're working on.
So far, that dialogue helped ease tension over everything from bomb threat evacuation procedures to laws governing the release of body cam footage.
When something does happen, or if something does happen, we already have that structure in place, and we have those relationships built with each other so that those conversations are easier to have.
Perhaps the most notable security change, an ever-improving Wolf Alert system.
So the idea is to give as much information with an action at the time of communication.
State's Emergency Management Senior Director, Dr. Amy Orders, says that means getting out timely safety notices and crime warnings on text, email, social media, and screens across campus to alert students, staff, and parents who sign up for the app.
Everybody's very much into I need to know now. It's very important to, one, share, but two, be as concise and precise in getting that information out is usually the first priority.
The main goals heading into the new semester, not only preventing crime, but better educating the campus community if something does happen. Cullen Browder, WRAL News, Raleigh.
And Cullen tells us one challenge that remains is to make sure 911 calls that are made on campus go to the school's emergency communication center.
Depending on where the call is made, some are sent to Raleigh 911 and transferred then back to campus. You can imagine that would take more time to answer.